half of us are.
You're a dork, dude. Record
You're
that.
a loser. I don't care. Yo, Annatar,
You're the
leave
loser
this
for
shit. They
actually
just
coming
said
here.
they're
You're the loser, actually.
like,
Dude,
what the
saying
fuck
shut
are
up.
you
You're a loser
talking
too,
about?
and
I
a pedophile supporter, because
what,
technically
Annatar,
you
You're a
do
pedophile
shit.
supporter? Dude, shut up.
I can't, bro. I can't. This is so fucking weird, bro. So, are there grown men here? Are there people over the age of 20 here?
No.
That can't be. Please say it ain't so. Get your shit together, Annatar. Fuck.
Damn, Annatar, you losing your members left and right.
But yeah, dude, just so you know, half of us are filing reports on you.
Yeah.
And I'm dropping reports to the feds after this.
Oh, I can take that. I can take care of that too.
Hey, if you want to take care of that.
Wait, we should just file multiple. Then it's more likely they'll see it.
I was not actually expecting this to become an actual.
Now, in the video, or multiple videos, I really don't know at the time of this recording, of how, what's his name? Keth gave up on the war, pretty much, type deal, which is okay. Whatever, is what it is. But he works with Zion Akatosh. Zion Akatosh, I think everyone knows who he is, or it is, I don't know what it is. Kind of a predator type deal. I know personally that they defended Holy Scorpio, which I've covered in the past, who is a pedophile. Literally worked with, Zion worked with the pedo, and Scorpio basically dated a 16-year-old at the age of 26, and then tried to get my other buddy, which is not 16, but he was 14 at the time, to go date a 12-year-old, and then a few months ago try to be all cutesy with my buddy, and my buddy's like, no, get the hell out of here. Anyways, those probably will be played on the screen eventually. I don't know. It'll be organized. Anyways, so we got invited to a server today on the date of February 25th, 2026. We got invited to a server around, I don't know when, but, well, we got invited, we joined, and we see Zion still talking with Keth, and last server we got invited to, chess will be playing again, caught Zion working with Keth, and that played a whole thing, which then I was able to tie Keth into the Holy Scorpio mess, and which made it interesting, because basically back in August 26th or 28th of 2025, Holy Scorpio, we called out Holy Scorpio for pedophilia, and he got protected by Zion, Chungus, and I think that's a few of them, and Guardians defended Scorpio by trying to ban me and other people of the group I'm in, and obviously we didn't like that. But they were very bad at it, and we were able to get some screenshots of it before I got banned permanently, because they thought they banned me, but I got back in last second before they did. So I was able to get a few screenshots before getting banned. But I caught Zion making Chungus do what she says, or it's, I really don't know. And after that, that's kind of how it started. But beforehand, I sent evidence of everything to everybody in the server, so I can make sure people at least had it saved, or at least was able to look back at it before I actually announced it, because I wanted to surprise Scorpio, right? Now, I think they told Scorpio, because it looks like Scorpio left the server, like, immediately afterwards, so he definitely knew about it, I think, or was just on Discord and saw it. And he dipped, and obviously those screenshots probably will be in the thing, but he dips, right? He leaves the server. My buddy goes onto his private server that he got invited to and just spams it. I mean, and then, Scorpio blocked us all, wada wada, whatever it is, what it is. That ends, and then Keth, declares war and stuff. We, after Hoodie Master and Wolf Legion declare war on my group and my buddy's group, we, what's his name? Scorpio comes back, we get a video of, we find his YouTube channel and just find his name, face, and everything from there, and figured out a lot about him, and, well, we found out there's more people claiming to be he was a pedophile. I tried to reach out to them, but for some reason would not let me, which is really stupid, but is what it is, and I'm going to still work on that. Anyways, it hits now after it's January, whatever, Cass Civil War is what it is. Well, he invites me to his server, and then Zion's in there, and Zion, last time I talked to him, was defending Scorpio, and I was like trying to call him out, but I didn't know how to say it without getting like caught, so I didn't get to say anything. But I was like, oh shit, this is Zion. So we go back and we kind of call her out. A bunch of random people there. We got like Cass. I can't remember last time we talked to Cass. I don't think me and Cass just cut each other off last time we talked. Before that, a bunch of other people, and we all like stopped our beef to deal with Zion and Annatar, and it was very interesting. And Cass wanted to unite the community, but the only uniting he did was maybe it might have been his goal to make himself look like the victim and try to get everyone to attack him. Oh, sign unplugged. Do I know? I don't know. But what I do know is that he's, I know, screw his pedophile, whatever. Well, Keth, we catch Zion talking to him, and then that kind of happens January or early February. I think it's February 9th, if I remember right. What we did after we got banned. The server, obviously. And then we mess with Keth again, and Keth gets so pissed off at us that he punches his camera. It doesn't even crack until it hits the floor, and then I guess it must have I don't know if it just glitched out, or because it just showed the same frame, and also just cut and he left the call. So I don't know if he grabbed it or it just actually broke and he got pissed off. But he was talking about in this call how it's fucking broken and he's pissed off at me as if it's my fault and shit. But it wasn't. But interesting enough, today he tried to say I broke it, even though he's the one who punched it. It didn't even crack till it hit the ground, which is the funniest part. But another interesting part is how Kat thinks he's a god, and he's making he makes sexual harassment threats or sexual assault threats, but it's just sexual harassment. Pictures will play. You'll know what I mean. But today we call out Zion for it, and Zion's like, oh, well, for working with Kat and all them, and working with pedophiles and stuff. And Zion's like, oh no, I didn't. It's like, I know you guys are talking to Scorpio. We were trying to mess with Scorpio. It failed. That was our mistake. But we didn't give a care. And then Zion's like, yeah, he sent me this. I was like, I thought you told us that you blocked him because we pissed you off so much that you blocked him. And Zion's like, I accidentally unblocked him, but you have to press multiple buttons to unblock. And it was obvious that they had a conversation. And everyone kind of called him out. This is about an hour before I recorded this. A lot of people called him out, probably about 3 or 4 of us, including me. And I was like, that doesn't make sense. It's like, clearly, that Scorpio's pedophile. It's like, no, I just didn't verify the evidence. I was like, it takes 10 seconds. She's like, no, it just takes 1. I was like, so you had 7 months to verify it, and yet you refused to until we call you out. And it pissed me off that happens, that pedophiles get away with so much. And they want me to give up. But it doesn't make sense. But the interesting part is that means Zion's coming back, I think. And that means a lot of people who had beef with Zion are gone now. But a lot of people are talking about getting back. But anyways, we're going to circle back to Keth. Now, Keth works with pedophiles. We got it confirmed to that server for the second time. This time, though, we get Keth in a call again. Like the last video, we make fun of him working with Dagon, a super predator who's arrested for pedophilia. But this time, he is... Well, Keth is now in a call, and there's a lot of us calling him out, right? And this happens about 5 hours ago. And the interesting part, I think of it, is how his members, his second in command, I really cut him off. I don't know. But I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt. and I'm not gonna show all the chats with his second in command or whatever rank what he was at the time, but one of his closest members saw the chats and everything, got so pissed off, and it's the audio that plays at the beginning. He starts screaming at Annatar. I mean, reasonable enough. And some people were kind of confused who he was yelling at, so I think people started talking over him for a reason. But I knew he was talking to Annatar. I think people kind of picked up the which is why everyone starts quieting down because they want to hear what he's saying. And he's calling out Keth, or Israel and Kevin, for literally being a predator, working with predators, and he was pissed that he got involved in that shit. Which is why I'm not going to say his name. Obviously, he is innocent. Not Keth, but the guy, because he didn't know. We talked to him before. It's like once we get like a solid evidence, we'll get it sent and we'll get it dealt with. Last time I chat with him, he's like, okay. I was like, I don't really know for sure. He's like, but that's okay. The fact that Keth lost some members today due to him being caught with pedophilia, working with Zion, a known predator, it intrigues me. I don't really know other way to put it. And I just don't know. It's interesting how people defend the pedos and then some people get lied to. The pedos are manipulators. I think that's the way they get. The ones that get away with it are manipulators and liars. Scorpio denied it and then tried to tell people otherwise and then bragged about it to some people, which we got the chat sent to us, obviously. And which Scorpio's not happy about us because he knows we know pretty much everything about him and he's upset about it. He's mad that he could actually get caught and he knows I'm willing to. And I don't know. Actually, I got a plan to get it figured out. Anyways, though, that's all I can really think of as of now. Before, anything, I don't know what else I could think of. But, yeah, Annatar is giving up. He's pissed off that he got called out. He's a predator, or he's gonna become one in the future. He's 17, and the fact he's hanging out with pedophiles, making sexual assault threats because a pedophile told him to. It's clear he's he's gullible, which a lot of people are. That's okay. I'm a little gullible myself, but it doesn't. It's just weird. You can tell, because another thing I know about pedophiles is their buddies like to say, or they'll say themselves, I'm not as bad as you think I am. Now, it doesn't mean they're a pedophile. No, it doesn't. But it makes you kind of wonder if they are. And I learned about that. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take some notes on that. And a lot of pedophiles have that thing. I don't actively hunt pedophiles. It just happens, and I'm here for the ride. Praise God. But I think the community is very interesting. I think it's kind of come to an end. Well, it is. Keth's done with it, or he's faking it again. He does it. He wants to invite us to these servers for attention. He wants everyone to target him. He wants it to make himself look better. He thinks he's all that, but he ain't. He's want to be God. He isn't, by the way. So one true God, Jesus Christ. He thinks he's the best person in the world. People who don't play much PvP destroy him in games, which is okay. Whatever. I used to not be good at PvP. I'm not even good at PvP now. And I did fine against him. And he steals maps from people. He tried to get the owner of the Anvil Discord, Discord and mod, to make a map for him. And I was like, dude, no, I know everything about you. I was like, do not do. I told the owner, I was like, you don't want to do that for this guy. This guy's just gonna steal your map, take credit, and lie about it. I was like, this is a thief. It's like he thinks he's a wolf in sheep's clothing, but he's really just like a chihuahua in sheep's clothing. But it's like a mannequin type deal. It's interesting. It really is. And I don't know how else to put it. So I think I'm just going to end it here because I'm rambling for 14 minutes now and 35 seconds. Oh, gosh. Okay, that's a long rant. And soliloquy, whatever. But it makes you think. And my biggest takeaway I hope people get from this video is to not trust everyone. You know, obviously. Make sure you know who you trust, and pedophiles are out there. And they don't give a crap. They don't give a horse's ass about you. They just care about young people and pleasuring themselves. And it's a shameful world. And there's nothing, well, there's plenty we can do. Nothing's being done. Well, actually there's a lot being done. But yeah, I'm a forgiving person, but doesn't seem like they want to be forgiven. I try to spread the word to them. Try to teach them Jesus, let it go, but they just don't want to. Yeah, find God, find Jesus, praise Him. And yes, the way I'm gonna end it. Adios. So after the little audio recording, the little rant, whatever, about a few hours later, no, probably about like 30 minutes or 20 minutes later, me and my buddies are just kind of hanging out, texting, figuring out what we're going to do over the weekend. And then I'm kind of telling my schedule, we're kind of comparing schedules. And I was like, oh, I probably should go let my buddy know about what happened last night. Well, I remember to. So I go send it to my buddy who had to deal with Holy Scorpios, a.k.a. Ike Simmons, sexual harassment stuff. He was like one of the targets. He's like, oh, that's really funny. Zion is lying about the situation. That's great. He's like, here, just invite me to that server. So I invite him. And he starts making fun of Zion for lying about it. And Zion immediately goes quiet. And Zion was responding a lot, right? And then, like, Zion was, like, trying to talk crap to us a little bit, which is also why I invited him to the server. We were laughing about it. I forgot about that. It kind of came up then. That I invited him to the server, whatever it is what it is. Immediately goes quiet for a little bit. Eventually comes back. Pissed off, though. It says we need to get alive when we all work. And Zion's the one defending pedophiles. And Zion's accidentally unblocked Scorpio when again, like I'm pretty sure I said last little rant, takes multiple clicks to do so. So I found it interesting. Thoughts about it are don't really know. I'm tired. Other than that, I can think of though. Excuse me, started to yawn. I don't think I can think of anything else really happened that night other than us making fun of Zion and then getting banned from the server. Which means Zion and Keth are still working together and Scorpion and them are probably still in a relationship. So then, yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. So, anyways, well, today, on the 28th, it was probably about 30 minutes ago, maybe an hour, I was hanging out, and my buddy showed me how he had his BIOS to pro, Annatar had his BIOS set to pro, Akatosh, and if you don't know Zion is pedo defender, apparently he's a pedo, I could believe it, because when they defend pedos, probably is a pedo. Wants to defend a pedo, always a pedophile. I can see that. Now, one day I was hanging out. Well, so yeah, today I was hanging out, and then I saw that, obviously, text him, like, why the hell are you pro, like, Zion, whatever? And he tries to argue with me about it, obviously. I showed the evidence, right? I showed this evidence. Every time I argue with it, I showed screenshots to B7 of the evidence. He doesn't look at it. He's like, it's too blurred. I can't see it. And I'm on an iPhone 8 and I can see it just fine, mind you. Which is why the audio quality is a little bad because it got busted up because it's old. Anyways, he is like acting like it's hard to see. And I'm like, so I resend the evidence again and again and again. He's like, who's who? If you know here's Shade is Holy Scorpio and you know 6 is the blurred name, like I said. Who do you think it is? You can see the stupidity, right? I showed this evidence to everybody before, and I was like, oh, yeah, I can see that. Never mind. Yeah, I get it. And then he tried to call 6 the pedophile for some reason, and yet couldn't explain why. And then he's like, all right, I'm gonna go argue with Zion about this. Okay, just go. And he's like, you don't know how to catch pedophiles. I'm like, what the fuck are you yapping about? You worked with Dagon, and you work with Zion, who is connected to Scorpio and Guardians and all of them. I was like, no, get the hell away from me. I'm like, go deal with them. I don't want to deal with you. You don't know who to talk to, dog. I know what I'm doing. Is it my first rodeo? Like, holy shit. I don't really know what to say, honestly. I thought it was rage bait for over half of it. This is rage bait or is it pure stupidity? Fucking spell. Ew, it's over the hair. Alright, I'm gonna clean that. I'm gonna get a wipe real quick. Anyways, so that was very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna clean that. Ugh. Sorry. Yeah, that's what kind of happened though. I thought it was interesting. And I think this shows how the stupidity in Annatar is insane. And I sometimes wonder if it's rage bait. He's doing it for attention, or both. Or he's just doesn't know what he's doing. He thinks he does, but he's a kid. I get that. About my age, but my question is, how the fuck do you screw that over that bad? It impresses me. It really does. I don't really know what to say. I'm probably, by the time this is probably uploaded, again, I take some time on this video. I'm just kind of, again, like every other video, I make sure I got all the pictures laid down. I'm going to format it right, take my time, get last little bit. But I ended with him blocking me, so I think it's time to pump this video out. So it probably should be pumped out on the 28th or the 1st. So we'll see. Yeah, well, that's pretty much all the video I can think of. Just gonna be pictures of evidence right throughout the entire video. I really don't care. You can talk to me about it. I got a server where we kind of talk about it. So yeah, thanks for watching this. I guess I don't do outros. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing with outros. You get the point. Whatever.